Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. JOTA, and of course, as you can imagine, today everything will be about Kylian Mbappe, his possible signing for Real Madrid, but pretty much about what he said to Radio Monte Carlo, first place and second place, the second interview to L'Equipe, which has been released like hours ago in France, and now we have more stuff to talk about it because he was pretty much talking about everything. I mean, he didn't try to cover anything, he didn't try to hide anything, he didn't try to dodge any single question. He went right straight to the point, and he was pretty much talking about everything: Real Madrid, the future, the past, PSG, Al-Khelaifi, what happened in summer, his intentions, everything. So we will be talking and analyzing the Kylian Mbappe's words, and of course the second topic will be about the words of Florentino Perez, because yes, he has spoken again, he has spoken as well about Kylian Mbappe in the interview, his words and all the stuff, and he has said something really interesting for Los Madridistas, because it is pretty good news. But that would be for the end of the video. Now we will be we are going to jump into the topic, the interview of Kylian Mbappe and the whole thing, because he, as you know, and the first time he spoke too, it was in Radio Monte Carlo, when he said that of course this summer he was going to sign for Real Madrid, but then PSG said no, decided not to sell the player, and he had to acknowledge the fact that he was going to spend another year in Paris Saint-Germain, something that he didn't really like, he didn't really accept at first, but then he turned his mind and said, hey, okay, I'm gonna stay one more year here, that's okay, that's fine. I really love my profession, so there's no reason for a drama, beef or something like that. I will keep playing for PSG because it is still the team I love, it is still the team where I am so happy. So to me, there's no reason for, make big deal with this, just keep playing, and that's it. That is the most important that he said in Radio Monte Carlo, aside of the whole thing about Real Madrid, and of course that he was going to be there and he was going to sign for Real Madrid and all the stuff. But then this morning he gave another interview to L'Equipe in France, and he said more stuff, more things really interesting. He was talking about, for example, he confirmed that if he would have left PSG this summer, he would have gone to Real Madrid. He would have signed for Real Madrid. There was no other destination, and he ruled out completely any other team, whether Premier League, Bayern Munich or any other club in the world. Only Real Madrid was the only option for him, and that is good news, because if he comes in the future, of course, or if he leaves in the future, he departures from PSG, Real Madrid will be again the number one option for the French player. Of course, he referred as well to Al-Khelaifi when he said in public that Mbappe is not going to leave. Even when his contract expires, Kylian Mbappe will remain in Paris Saint-Germain. When he heard something like that, Mbappe said he was really, concerned, scared at some point, because he said, okay, when you hear your president saying something like that you are not going to be free even when your contract expires, it's like, okay, and what is going to happen then? If you don't free me up by June, what is going to happen to me? You don't know what to think. So in a certain way, he was trying to say that he was worried, scared, because he doesn't really know what this kind of person can do, just because he only wants to retain him in the team. You know what I'm saying? So it is not the kind of flexible person or open-minded person who says, okay, if you wanted to go out and play for Real Madrid, if your dream is to play for Real Madrid, let's talk about that, let's figure that out. let's talk through this and see if we can find a solution for both of us or for all of us or something like that. No, that is not the kind of person. So he was very concerned. He was pretty honest at this point, brutally honest at this point, and he actually recognized the fact that he was, not scared, not afraid of Al-Khelaifi, but somehow he was, confessing everybody that he was a little bit concerned about that, okay? Not fear of Al-Khelaifi, but kind of, you know what I'm saying? So that was another thing. And of course, he said, if I would have left this summer PSG, that is the most important for Los Madridistas, I would have gone to Real Madrid. Real Madrid is for now the only destination for Mbappe. It is not only about the summer, it is about the future, because for so many people out there, this interview is settling down that Kylian Mbappe, although he's referring to Real Madrid and all the stuff, and all what happened last summer, doesn't mean the same thing is going to be repeated in the next summer or in the next winter market, right? So they are hinting that Mbappe might not sign for Real Madrid, and all the things he is talking about in this interview are referring to the past but not to the future. You know what I'm saying? So that's why for so many people out there, Kylian Mbappe is trying to say that what happened last summer is not going to repeat it again. It's not going to happen next summer. So it is a big concern for Los Madridistas, because for some Madridistas, if that happened, that Kylian Mbappe is, hinting that he is not going to play for Real Madrid, it is like, okay, why then are you talking about this? Why are you saying things like that and all the stuff? To me, there's no point. To me, Kylian Mbappe has already made his decision, and his last decision, his ultimate decision, is to play for Real Madrid, and nothing is going to avoid the fact that Kylian Mbappe will become a Real Madrid player, maybe in January, but in the worst case scenario, in summer, right? So to me, he's describing chronologically what happened last summer. He's telling everybody what happened, because that is something, the other thing that he pointed out during the interview, that he owed this kind of explanation to everybody, to soccer, to fans and all the stuff, and that's why he's speaking now about this whole thing. And he said that he's describing what happened over the whole summer and what was true, what was completely fake, what was a half of reality and fake and stuff like that. But that's it. Doesn't mean he is not going to sign for Real Madrid. There's no point. To me, there's no concern. Kylian Mbappe wants to play for Real Madrid, and that's it, because he's recognizing that he said to PSG he was going to leave in July. He informed to PSG that he wanted to be free in July and he wanted to be out in July and stuff like that. So that decision hasn't changed. Mbappe wants to keep playing for PSG this season, but as soon as possible he wants to get out of there and sign for Real Madrid, because there's no other reason for me to think that Mbappe has changed his mind and now he wants to play for another team. There's no point. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is, Real Madrid is ready to go. He's ready with the money. He's ready with everything to sign a pre-agreement with Kylian Mbappe. And that is the second part and final part of this video I will be talking about later on. So that is the most important. He also referred to the possibility that the signing of Leo Messi pushed him out of PSG, or push him to think that the best way for him it was to get out of PSG and look for another team, so not to be the three most important players in the world in the same team, because that can impact and affect to his aspirations to the Ballon d'Or in the next year. And he said that that is completely fake, it is not true, and actually Messi had nothing to do with his decision, because when Messi signed for PSG, he already had taken his decision about to get out of PSG. So that has nothing to do with Leo Messi or any other stuff. And although he apparently has a normal and good relationship with Leo Messi, according to Eduardo in the last night in El Chiringuito, the relationship between both of them, it is not great, it is actually bad, and that is one of the reasons that are pushing out of PSG to Kylian Mbappe. But that is something that Eduardo Inda is claiming, but nobody really knows what is going on. I mean, Kylian Mbappe is a very, very well-educated player, a very well-educated person, very respectful person. He tries to be respectful with teammates and people and stuff. So I don't think that he's going to he's going to go out to public and criticize to Leo Messi for any reason, or even to Neymar and things like that. And so the reason for me to think that he is saying, or he's, talking really kindly about Leo Messi, it is because he doesn't want any kind of beef with anybody. He only wants to get out of PSG. That's it. But doesn't mean that he wants to create any problem in these last months in PSG that left, for him in his career. So to me, there's no point in trying to correlate the arrival of Messi and the departure of Kylian Mbappe, and that is something that he confirmed as well. So now let me move forward. And although I'm not going to abandon completely this topic about Kylian Mbappe, because the last topic I want to talk about, it is about the words from Florentino Perez, who was very, I think that everybody was waiting for, if everybody was waiting for a person to respond to this interview of Kylian Mbappe, it was Florentino Perez. And that is the most exciting news, because he showed up in El Debate, in a kind of show or something like that, and he has said literally that the thing with Kylian Mbappe will be done, will be over, will be wrapped up by January the 2022, which means that, of course, I don't know whether signing Kylian Mbappe for the winter market, which I don't think that is a possibility, and I don't really think Kylian Mbappe will play for Real Madrid in January and will not sign a contract for Real Madrid in January, but that might mean that maybe in January we might find or sign a pre-agreement with Kylian Mbappe, so we make sure that the player will come to Madrid in summer 2022. So the thing is, Florentino Perez just dropped a bomb, a massive bomb, responding to this interview of Kylian Mbappe, because apparently nobody now is shutting their mouths down and everybody's talking about the thing, everybody's talking publicly. Unlike in summer, where when we could see to Real Madrid not saying a word, we could see to Kylian Mbappe not saying a single word in public, now everybody's talking, including Kylian Mbappe and Florentino Perez. And if Florentino Perez is talking about that, it is pretty much because he thinks that he will get to Kylian Mbappe in January. Whether a winter signing for the next year or a pre-agreement with the player, I don't know, but one of those options will happen in January, which is a good news for Real Madrid. So I don't know, guys, this is very good news. This is pretty much summarizing all the information, gathering all the information that we have regarding to the interview from Kylian Mbappe and L'Equipe and Radio Monte Carlo, and of course what Florentino Perez has said, which is the most important for me, because if Florentino Perez says go ahead with that signing, go ahead with the signing of Kylian Mbappe, it'll happen eventually. So to me, it is a very good day. Nobody was expecting, though, for Kylian Mbappe to talk this clear and this honestly. So it's very good news for Los Madridistas. And of course, if something new happens, I will keep you posted, guys. So now let me know your thoughts about that. Comment in the section below. And of course, subscribe to my channel, Real Madrid Hub.